Hi, my name is Neeta Pandari and thank you for joining us today. Today we will talk about visitor visas. Visitor visas are of three kinds. One is for tourists, and the second one is when you come here for family visits, and the third kind is if you come here to conduct a business. Generally, people come here as family visitors or tourists. Third kind is only for people when they come here to conduct business, attend trade shows or be part of trade shows, or come on exploratory visit to visit a province when they're migrating later. So those are the third kind, but the most popular are the visitor visas for family and tourism. If you're coming as a family visitor, in family visits, I would say immediate family is brother, sister, parents, grandparents, dependent children, or a long-standing relationship. Those are considered immediate family members and immediate relations, which right now during COVID were being allowed to come for visits, or if somebody was coming to help their loved ones go through health problems or be here for them during their health issues, those visitor visas were being issued under emergency, but the others were not. But now that immigration has opened up a bit more, so family visas have been started getting issued, and that comes again, brothers, sisters and family can come to Canada on family visits. The reason will be that you're coming here to visit family or attend a ceremony, a function, a birth, or something of dire consequences, a death. So those are the kind of visas that are being issued right now. For that, generally one needs invitation letter from the Canadian permanent resident, citizen, worker or a student. So it's not as if another visitor can invite you. So you have to be here economically established to invite somebody to visit you. And most commonly it is permanent residents and citizens of Canada invite their loved ones to visit them. For that they need to invite with an invitation letter supported by their financial documents to show that they are well established in Canada and can host the visitors and will be taking the responsibility that the visitors do not overstay in Canada. On the other hand, the visitor has the responsibility of proving their financial status in their home country and show that they will be able to support and take the burden of their travels and stay expenses in Canada. They have ties to the home country, that means they have family back to go, they have a job or business to go back to, and a home where they will go. They are not homeless and they will not claim any kind of refugee status and other things when they come to Canada. So that is where the visa officer is seeing the credibility of the visitor when they come. That is what they examine. So generally the financial documents, 6-month statements of the bank statements, property evaluation. From India I know people give CA reports in which everything is mentioned, their property valuation, fixed deposits, their bank statements, everything is lined up. That is the liquid assets and the stable assets, everything is mentioned there. So that is the kind of CA report that is presented from India. From other countries I see people give their, from Philippines, from Africa, from Nigeria, people show their property documents, they show their FDs, they give their retirement certificates. So people do give a lot of documents to show that they're well established in their home country and will be returning after their visit in Canada. But yes, the visitor must have somebody who's coming if they're coming on a family visit. If you're coming as a tourist, which is currently not happening, you have to show that you have bookings in hotels, you have travel plans, what all tourist spots you're going to visit, and you have an itinerary plan for you. Whether you're coming with a tourist company, it's a tour is being planned, or you're planning it with, just by yourself with family, then you have to show elaborately that you've already paid for the hotel stay and all the tourist spots that you'll be visiting during your visit to Canada. That is where tourist visas have to prove that credibility. Along with that, it will be nice if you have travel history from other countries. It shows that you're an avid traveler and it's not as if you've never traveled before and your first country of visit is Canada. It'll look a little suspicious because visa officers feel everybody just wants to come to Canada and never go back. So make sure that you can prove that you are creditable and you have ties to the home country when you come. When visitors come here as business people, they usually come here for business visits, to have some meetings or go through some seminars or attend trade shows or conduct a business association with already existing businesses in Canada. So for that they need invitation from the business that is inviting them. Or if they're coming to be part of a trade show, they need bookings to show that they have a stall booked in a trade show, and when is the trade show happening, accordingly show the itinerary of when they'll be coming and which places they'll be staying. People also come to do discourses for religious purposes, so show us that you have, so that is where immigration is saying show us what religious ceremony you are coming to attend. If you are a discourse person, that what are the discourses you are going to do. So you already have a history that you are somebody who's known for giving religious discourses and sermons. So that is shown in your work history. Along with that, when you're coming, you have an invitation from the temple or the organization that is inviting you. So again, you need an invitation by the organization who's inviting you to, who have that. People come to conduct yoga classes and all. So those people all need invitations. Invitation is the mantra for getting the visitor visa, except the tourist visa, where you need to show that you're coming as a tourist just to explore Canadian tourism. Over the years, immigration has been very gracious and abundantly nice to the parents, because they feel sometimes parents want to come here and enjoy long stays, because 6 months sometimes doesn't feel as if it's enough time to spend with the loved ones, and they give this opportunity to parents. When they stopped immigration for parents in 2010, it was stopped, and for the time being it was stagnated there, and over the years now it is lottery system. So they didn't want that the loved ones are not united, and super visa was started. So super visa gives parents an opportunity to stay in Canada with their loved ones, family, grandchildren, for up to 2 years. So this visa is a multiple entry visa, which gives you an opportunity to stay in Canada at one time for 2 years at least. And that is also, yes, the officer can decide whether they want to give you 2 years or not. But generally, if you have your medical insurance in hand when you're coming to Canada, the stamp that you get is for 2 years if you have a PG1, that is the super visa. Super visa requirements are different from visitor visa. For super visa, you need to be invited as a parent or a grandparent by a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident only. It is not available to students and workers in Canada. So it is only permanent residents and Canadian citizens who can invite parents and grandparents to come to Canada. They have to meet minimum of these 4 requirements. First is the income criteria. We have LICO system, which is lowest income cutoff, and it is created by Service Canada every year to see how much money is required for the different family size of families to survive. So say if you're a family of 2, so maybe you just need $30,000 annually to survive, and then you're inviting 2 parents. So that means 4 people now. So accordingly you will have to meet the family size criteria, as we call it LICO. You have to meet that. If you meet that criteria, depending on your notice of assessment, the tax documents you get every year, if your gross income covers the lowest income cutoff, you can invite your parents accordingly for super visa. The second requirement is the medical insurance, which has to be $100,000 for each parent for 1 year. So that is one requirement which you need to fulfill, and there are a lot of insurance companies which provide that. And yes, it has to be Canadian insurance company which will provide you that. Canadian company, because it will be easy to access. If you need in emergencies, you need that insurance, it will be there. The third requirement is the relationship proof, to prove that the Canadian who's inviting the parents or the grandparents has a relationship proof to show that they are parents or grandparents of the inviter. The fourth is the invitation letter. Again, the inviter needs to give the invitation letter inviting the parents, taking up the responsibility that they live here and not become burden on the society for any reasons, and not overstay while they're here in Canada. And in that invitation letter, they also have to uh, qualify and mention the family size and how they qualify to invite their parents according to the family size. So these are the four requirements which are above and beyond the visitor visa if you want parents super visa for 2 years at one time. So parents get the multiple entry visa for 10 years, and even the extension for that visa, if you are applying, you can extend the stay for another 2 years. So it's a beautiful application where parents sometimes stay up to six years. I've seen parents do not go back and they're here with the children by graciously getting extensions to the super visa they had got initially. Okay, so it's very interesting that parents who are retired usually have their own houses, they have their own property, and they have retirement income coming. So most countries, if they are retired parents and from jobs, they usually have retirement certificates to show that they have retirement money coming in. So that is the proof of a regular income. Some of them have rental income coming, some of them have their farms on lease. So depending on different situations, people have different proof of funds to show. And if you cannot afford to bring your parents here on super visa, immigration is not saying no to you, because ultimately you could be doing a basic wage job and still wanting to invite your parents. As a host, you do not have to prove high income to bring your relatives and family to Canada. In visitor visa, the burden is more on the loved ones who are wanting to come to Canada. It's very interesting that for parents, it's very easy to please immigration because they know the parents are generally old and mature and they are very comfortable in their home environment, and their visit to Canada is just to come and visit family and then go back to the comfort of their home with the familiarity of having relatives and loved ones around them, because they're used to what they are having around. Old age somehow requires that. So for for parents coming to Canada, it's not so difficult to prove if they can decently show decent funds in the home country. And on the other hand, it's also very simple to keep parents here on extended stays if and when required, because officers know that usually parents, once they come, they enjoy, if they enjoy the family time and they have nothing so much to go back to, they might want to extend without going through the hassle of traveling back to the home countries. So again, if I say India, it is 18 hours drive, it's 18 hours flight one side. So if my parents are enjoying a trip here and they are enjoying it and they don't want to cut it short, and I am a happy host to keep them, I can very graciously ask for an extended stay. And immigration officers over the years I've seen are very nice to parents and usually allow them extended stays. So extension for visitor visas is not difficult if it is family. Thank you everyone for watching us again today. Keep following us on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn and Facebook.